must be done. What are you doing here today?
Oh gosh, I'm here because I don't want smart meters on my home or my neighbors' homes or anybody's homes, anywhere, anytime. It's undemocratic at the very least and majorly unhealthy at the most, and I just don't think it's right. I don't think, we haven't been asked whether we want these things. They're proving to be very inefficient where they've been in place. It takes away control of your personal electricity and gives it to PG&E. They can monitor your use, and we're paying for it.
Right.
And I don't want to pay for it. I don't want it. There's too much electromagnetic radiation in the world already. I don't want any more. I think this whole thing is a disaster. We should not be doing this. We need more information. All the information that I have says that this stuff is dangerous, unhealthy, bad for future generations, bad for the present generation. I'm old, I'm 62 years old, I may not have that much longer, but I would like to go out in my own time and my own choice. I don't want to be irradiated by stuff that's put on my house without my permission or desire. So that's why I'm here saying no smart meters.
Well, I'm from San Francisco and I want to support any town or city that I can get to within my schedule because we got to stop this now. And, they still don't seem to be listening and getting it, so I don't know what we're going to do, but we got to get on it quick.
Yeah. And why are these smart meters bad?
Well, the RF radiation is terrible. It's just awful for our health. That's my biggest concern, and I really think we need to go to fiber optics. So I'm really, really working hard. It's such a win-win situation, and it's amazing what I've learned about fiber optics. You can upload, not download, but upload a whole Encyclopedia Britannica in 2 seconds time with 100 megahertz of fiber optics. And we get rid of all the other RF radiation with the computers and everything. It would just be such a wonderful thing. And we're not going to be able to fight the smart grid. It's a worldwide occurrence. So that's where I come from. And the health is just downright scary. So,
can you tell me more about the health stuff?
well, I know I've said so much through the time, but it's just overwhelmingly, there's people who get short-term symptoms, such as dizziness and extreme ringing in their ears and headaches, nausea, difficulty in sleeping and all that. But then the long term for kids with hyperactivity, autism, cancer, the early Alzheimer's is just downright scary, and it just so reminds me of what happened in the Roman Empire years ago when they put in this sophisticated aqueduct system. And guess what? There was lead. It brought all the water to everyone's house, but there was lead in it, and everyone mysteriously got sick and died, and they didn't know what was going on. So I feel like now we have this, high-tech, sophisticated energy data system that transports energy instead of water, and we're all going to get sick, and we're already getting sick, and it's only going to get worse, and no one seems to believe us. So it's just really scary. And I just don't know what I'm going to do.
You came all the way from San Francisco, huh?
I sure did. Stinson's great because they don't have Wi-Fi here. We got to keep out the smart meters here. This is a clean place. This is in the country, and you can feel it not only in the town when you put these in along coastal areas, but you can feel it walking along the beaches. The wildlife feels it. It's just not good.
And I really believe in the cause.
You really believe what?
In the cause. And I really love a lot of the ladies who are involved in this. They are really some really powerful change makers, and I want to support them.
And
And besides,
from?
it's so fun.
Where are you from?
Bolinas.
And you're having fun?
Oh yeah.
It's about choice. We're not given a choice about whether we can have this electromagnetic gizmo in our house. It's not okay. I mean, there's lots of evidence that it's not healthy, and also rates have gone up. It's just really taking advantage of us, and it's got to stop it.
And they're even going back against their word in terms of saying that they would honor the don't put it here signs, and they're going ahead and doing it now, and we don't like it.
Yeah, and we're paying for it. We're paying for it, and we're not given a choice, and we don't like it. It's not democratic.
I'm here because there are a lot of reasons why I think that smart meters aren't a good idea. The first thing that really bugs me is, of course, that you don't have a choice. I also don't like the fact that there's no independent studies. I question anything that creates billions of dollars for anyone and that they try to push through without having any kind of real public support. I think it's wrong, so I'm here protesting. As far as the wireless goes, I think there's a lot of questions still about wireless, so I don't think we should be zapping everybody, and especially when it means that if you get it, even if your neighbor, if your neighbor doesn't get it or you get it, that you're kind of zapping everybody anyway, whether they want to be or not. And there is some issues of health with machinery, and I think just the fact that older people who have heart, what do you call those things, pacemakers and things like that, and machinery. I talked to a woman who had young children who she has on a machine for their diabetes. It's like all these things where they interfere with things. I just feel like they haven't done enough research.
I'm a cancer survivor and very sensitive to EMFs, and I've been experiencing more and more EMF in the last few years, and so glad there's so much positive response here. But I really do not want to see smart meters go in because of the health hazards that I understand from scientific research with the world's leading scientists all over the earth, all over the world, are showing us that EMFs are a hazard to our health in many ways and to the environment. And I don't want to see EMFs.
Oh, there's a honker. Lots of support today.
Yeah, it's really great. It's very reassuring.
What we're doing here is raising awareness in our neighborhood that there is a problem. And what I'm doing is trying to encourage people to do neighborhood watch, so they let us know where the trucks are. That's the plan. So I got the messages on our bulletin board. Also in the Hearsay News, there's now an ad for what we're doing. Yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about a small town, is that everybody knows each other and they can communicate, right?
Exactly. So it takes a while, but obviously I think the word is getting out in this town. It takes a while. Thank you for coming.
Well, because I had a brain tumor in February, and it's a health issue for me. Those little ions scooting around.
And where is your meter on your house? Is it on your house?
It's on my house, yes. And I don't think it's good for the animals either. I have a dog, and I just don't want it around me or my dog.
It's my understanding that the smart meter works much like a cell phone, and what will happen is that it will be like having cell phones on 24/7 everywhere, and it'll create a grid, and it's this grid that will become really potent and more invasive than just a single smart meter. If they're saying that these things are on for just a few minutes a day, which isn't realistic, and it's just not realistic. Another thing that I know about these EMFs is that they've been scientifically documented to interfere with the life cycles of trees. They don't bud out correctly. So when you put EMFs in nature, you know, both the animals and plants are not comfortable. They're not healthy under this kind of pressure, and it's not just people. And I find it really highly obnoxious that the people who continually insist on pushing all of this technology on us are totally amoral. They are not at all considering life or what life is about, and they're just doing it for money. And that's the saddest motivation that can even ever be a motive for anything. And, you know, it just breaks my heart. It makes me grieve deeply that, and I imagine, you know, oh, well, it's my job. I'm just doing my job. Well, your job is going to kill thousands of people. Maybe not quickly, but slowly, which is even more hideous. So that's what I wanted to say.
If you've seen any trucks today?
No, I haven't seen any trucks, you know, Katerina. I think we flushed them out. We're going to keep up this work until they're gone, gone, gone.
We surrounded a truck yesterday. Today we're back at Stinson Beach, and the trucks don't seem to be here anymore. We've been here for hours. We have not seen a single truck. This is a small town.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah, there's no way to hide in this town, and we don't see any trucks. So probably, you know, like rats, they've been flushed out for the time being. They'll probably go somewhere else, and then they'll probably, I'm assuming, switch trucks. PG&E, we know what you're up to. They're going to switch trucks. They're going to find a different truck so it doesn't look the same, and we'll find out what it looks like, and we'll just keep going. You know, we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep going. We're continuing this protest, and we are now communicating with everyone in town is in on, you know, keeping watch and letting everyone else know where they are, when they are, and so that we can keep track.
And we've had an amazingly good response today.
Oh, yes.
Fun. They go where it's easy for them,
right?
Where there's no protest.
We are getting honks from almost every car, waves and thumbs up from almost every car.